We are at Samoan Joe's, the official fan zone. So thank you for having us and everything. So I'm with Grayson Constable. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, of course, anytime.
Also, I just want to say, 4-point weekend. How does that feel?
Oh, it was really good. Yeah, especially a lot of travel, playing two good teams, hard-nosed teams. So yeah, it's always good. I mean, 4 points is always good. So really,
definitely. And like when I think I asked you this earlier when you came in, but obviously, like you said, with the travel and stuff, was it really hard when you got into the second period and you're thinking, oh my God, well, we're 4 up here? I don't know if I'm allowed to ask this, was Coach Kev saying, slow it down or pick up the pace, we want more goals?
Actually, interesting enough, he came up to the captain and said, hey, look, I'm not coming in. I'm not talking to you guys after this period. So it's on you. You know, we have a mentality that we want to stay to. And he said, look, you guys got to keep it simple. You're up 4-0. A little different from Saturday when we were down going into the second, that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely interesting to have to roll with that being up, 4-0. But I think we handled it really well. I
think you did. Yeah. I thought you were absolutely outstanding last night. And considering as well, when you were away from home and, from the first game on the Saturday night, I was panicking, thinking, oh my God, we're getting absolutely battered here at the moment. But then to come back as well and winning the shootout and then having to travel back and absolutely dominating the game last night. No disrespect to Fife, they turned up, they played well, but we just outplayed them. It was absolutely brilliant. But what was it like, obviously being 4 up and thinking, what else, can we get more out of this? What was it like in the sense of when you are like in the dressing room and you're 4 up, does it make you feel like, can I get more out of this, or in yourself, even though Coach Kev was saying, I'm not coming in, etc. Yeah. But as an individual, as a player, are you thinking, I want to, not only that, actually, I'm going to rephrase this, actually. Like, I know everyone else went on the score sheet. From a personal side, was you thinking, I want to go now? Everyone else is on the score sheet. What was you like in your mentality? I'm thinking of really.
I think that's something that everybody thinks about in those situations, which is hard to handle.
Yeah.
I mean, his message to us actually from the second to third when he did come in and talk to us was, hey, look, stick to what we do best. If you're worried about your points, it's not going to go well for us.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a team game. And if you stick to the structure, you will get your points. So stick to the process is kind of what we were going with. Yeah. And the guys knew that. You could feel it in the room. I mean, everybody was going last night, first line to fourth line. Yeah. All the D-men, like you could just feel it and you could see it. So I don't think anybody was worried about,
that's great.
I need to score, I need to do this, I need to do that. It was just like, look, go out there, play our brand of hockey and points will come. I mean, Saichi plays the hardest hockey I've ever seen, and he had 3 goals and an assist last night.
He's been amazing at the moment, hasn't he? Absolutely brilliant. I think is he the top scorer now?
He's close. He's up there for sure.
I think he's up there now, definitely. But he was absolutely amazing. But then even yourself, when I was saying when you came in, I was worried that you got injured, and I was there thinking, oh God, please don't leave, because we're already losing with Kooks as well. We lost Kukali. I think he got a back injury, so
something like
I was a bit worried about that, thinking, oh God, how are we going to be without Kooks? But I think we were absolutely phenomenal last night.
Yeah,
I think we were on fire last night, and I think I'm looking at like the start of the season as well. I don't know if you saw that there was a lot of, because there was always ratings about where teams going to finish, and as a Blaze fan myself, a lot of people were saying, where do you think they're going to finish this year? And I was thinking, I'm not going to sit here and judge, because this is a brand new project with a brand new coach, brand new players. I says we're not here to judge. We need to give everybody a chance here, and a lot of teams and some fans have, before even a puck was dropped, a lot of teams, I think, were already betting against us, saying they're going to finish at the bottom. We don't know any of these guys. And I think we've proven the odds, definitely. Like, I know it's early days still. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Still early days, isn't it? I know Kevin was saying he's not looking at the league table. But question here is, have you looked at the league table?
I mean, I think from the start of the year, to go back to what you pointed out, we were ranked last throughout the league. We were ranked last. And, you catch wind of being seen as, new coach, new players. I totally understand why fans would say, hey, look, this might not be our year because everything's new. Yeah. Don't get it. And that's fair. It's really hard to put your trust in something that you don't know. Yeah. So I think we we built off that and we thrived, loving that. You know, people didn't think much of us, which was what we wanted. You know, exactly, so we can come out and just play hockey, which made it so much more entertaining for us, and I'm sure for you guys it was
it's exciting. It is exciting. Like coming into the start of the season, even with the pre-season and stuff, like I was seeing this team and I thought, wow, we look good. And then I heard rumours saying, like, you know, this player's going to do this player's awesome at this. And it was just exciting to be a part. And as a Blaze fan, it is an exciting time with all the changes. And I'm loving the fact that with Kev as well, like with the background he had, he came from the Panthers, who are a little bit of a rival, as you've probably noticed now from the game on, was it last Sunday? Yeah. And how did that feel to be in that game? Because I remember speaking to you after that game, and everyone came in here buzzing, everyone was loving it, and it was just great to see everybody smiling. Because obviously we had a couple of bad results before that, so coming in after that game, seeing everyone coming in here and smiling, enjoying themselves, and being a part of that game, what did that feel like as well? It
was awesome. I mean, well, Vinny was in Sheffield last year, and then obviously Kevin was in Nottingham, so it was kind of cool to play both those teams back to back for those guys and get the wins for them. They loved it, so that was good. But yeah, I mean, we had a tough weekend before that, so it was really good to bounce back for sure, especially against those teams too, because I mean, all the hockey's competitive in this league. Don't get me wrong, but when you know you're playing like a Sheffield or a Nottingham, you know it's going to be always going to be a game, so you can never count them out. But it was great.
What's it been like playing against teams like that though? So like when you played against, because I'm sure you've heard of the reputation with the Sheffield Steelers, and you've got like the Belfast Giants in there. These teams are unbelievable teams. I can't take anything away from them. I know a lot of our fans give them some stick with that rivalry. But to actually be playing in that game with, you know, against those guys, they've got some really good players. So being involved in those type of games, especially like the arenas you go into, like Steelers have got a big arena. Even the Panthers have. And I noticed when we were playing against the Panthers, we were there at the away game, and it was a completely different atmosphere, I imagine, because I think it was our first proper away game.
Yeah, it was.
We were playing a lot of pre-season friendlies at the Sky Dome, and then we ended up playing, obviously, at the Panthers, and I could just tell it might have been a big difference for you guys, but actually playing against teams like the Steelers, what was that like to play against players who you've probably heard of, who you've heard about the reputation? What was that like to be involved in that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's 2 minutes of bright lights and, you know, all this and that and getting used to it, but you adjust so fast. Yeah. And the one thing that's cool is that, like, the game hasn't changed. You're still playing ice hockey. You still tie your skates the same way. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all athletes, so it's obviously, like I said, 2 minutes of this is awesome, this is wicked, but then you're right into the guts of things. So, the transitions, it's not bad, but it is cool to
considering they're playing in like the Champions League as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the amount of times we've played them so far this season, we've gave them a game, and that's good to say. This team at Coventry right now, it's again early days, but as a fan, I'm looking at the league table, especially on a Monday morning. Yeah. After when you've got 4 points, I'm going, wow, look at this. This has been some time since we've been here. And again, it's just exciting as a fan to be a part of it all. Yeah, of course. And to say what is possible. Again, early days, but what is possible, and what, as a player for you, what is the achievement in your mind? Have you got any goals, what you've got specifically, or have you got any goals as a team? Have you spoken about or anything, if you're allowed to say that?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't really have any goals other than winning trophies, really. And that was basically what we said at the start of the year, that was our main focus, whether that was league, challenge cup. Really doesn't matter. We want to be up top no matter what.
So as a team, you have spoken about you want to win trophies.
Yeah,
good.
Absolutely.
That's awesome, isn't it?
No, that was our main goal, especially with Kev when he came in. He said, look, I'm not waiting for us to have a slow start because it's a new team or new players and people are adjusting. He's like, let's just hit it head on and really get after it.
That's great mentality, because as a fan as well, going back to the fans, I was thinking, and this is just my personal opinion, I was thinking, okay, we've got to give everybody a chance here. We've got to get behind everybody in that team. And I was looking at it saying, as a fan personally, I'd be going, if we didn't win any silverware, I'd be still pleased to see this team grow, build the bond, and see where they can go from this. To say, even if it means next season, we say, okay, let's really go for it. But as a fan, I was thinking, I'll be realistic and go, okay, are we going to gel in time? Are we going to get this bond together? Are we going to win things? But to hear it from yourself saying, look, we are.
Yeah,
we have got that mentality to say we want to win things. Of course, we all want that as well for the team. But then I was just thinking, would it be, since it's a new project in a sense with new players, new coach, where would this go? Is it going to take us time to get to that? But already from the games we're seeing, I can see that already developing. Say, look, we are serious about everything. We have got the players for it. Why not go for it? And I'm looking at the teams we're playing against, and we are, again, early days, we're turning teams over. And it was just great to see it. Everybody last night really, throwing himself about, getting stuck in. And I think we could have got more than 9 goals last night, personally. And it was just unfortunate to concede the 2. But also the talking point, what we said as the fans, and I guess from a player's point of view, seeing like Will coming on last night. And did you hear the crowd?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, electric. It was great.
Yeah, and I felt so proud of him, thinking, go on, Will. Yeah. You deserve this. And
he did, yeah.
And I even saying to the fans around us, I was saying, like, if we get, because we all have a little chat before saying, what do you think the score will be? And I went with a 3-0 win. And as it was already 3-up, I went, we ain't going to win 3-0 because we're already we scored within 15 seconds last night, 15 seconds. And it was just good to see how quick we were turning the puck over, getting stuck in. And then at the break, I said, okay, we're 4 up. Where's this going to go? Are we going to get tired? What do you think the score is going to be? And I was just joking around saying, we should get about 9 or 10. But I said, if we get to 6 goals, let's give Matt a rest and let's bring Will in and give him some experience a little bit. And it was great seeing, like you said, the atmosphere was unbelievable. People cheering for him. And I'd like to see him have some more game time, but can't take any away from Matt at the moment. Matty is unbelievable.
Yeah, he's definitely the backbone of our team for sure.
Really, yeah.
And it's really nice to be able to rely on a guy back there. It's like just stability.
Yeah.
Which is awesome as a hockey player, because he will bail you out and he will be there for you. So it's easy to,
yeah, definitely
just know that he's back there. And also he's a great human and a great leader. So
I've noticed that so far when he comes in here. It's absolutely brilliant.
He's an all-around great guy. Nonetheless, incredible.
Well, he came in here against, who was it? What was the game again? He made a little mistake the other week. Was it against Dundee? He made a little mistake. He came out of his net, passed the puck, and it went to their player, and that's when they scored.
Oh, okay.
And he came in the night after, and he said, "I'm really sorry." And I says, "Look, these things happen. Mistakes are going to happen in this game." And I says, "We just got to learn from it, haven't we? We just got to, put our heads up and keep going for it." So, but obviously playing into Coventry, what's it like, the adjustment from what you've played previously coming over to Coventry? What's it been like for you personally?
It's been good. I think I adjusted better to pro life than college hockey. Took me a while in college hockey to get kind of my feet under me, which I learned. I was also fairly young playing, so there was definitely adjustments, but a lot easier to get into the mix here. One thing I would say that's a little bit different is the travel. Obviously, the schedule's got a lot of travel this year. So instead of going somewhere for a weekend and playing a doubleheader where you're, staying in a hotel for 2 nights kind of thing, it's exactly like we did last weekend or this weekend. So we were in Dundee and then drive back home right after the game, get home 6 a.m. and then play the next day. So, I mean, the adjustments, it's fine. It's good. Yeah. We all make, sacrifices for stuff, but I'm really feel like I'm starting to come into my own here as a professional.
And are you enjoying Coventry?
Oh, I'm
loving
loving
it. Do you like it here?
Yeah, I do.
Have you gone to any, because obviously in America, it's Canada, isn't it?
Canada, yeah.
I do apologise.
No, right.
Do you call it, is it soccer?
We call it soccer, yeah. No, I've been to...
Have you been to a soccer game here? Well, I'm going to call it football.
Yeah, I'm good with football too. I'm making
cool.
an adjustment. Yeah, I went to... Who did I watch Cov play? I believe it was Oxford. It was at the start of the year.
So you've been to watch Coventry City Football Club, have you? Wow.
I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, the atmosphere was...
Sorry for you.
The atmosphere, though, was really cool. That was something that I've never seen, was just people constantly shouting
totally
and
different,
chanting,
isn't
and
it?
I was like, this is awesome.
And was that the first time you've ever been to like a proper game? Like,
yeah, proper football game for sure.
Wow.
Couldn't believe it.
You need to go see the Coventry fans here will probably hate me for saying this, and I'm sorry, but I am not a Coventry City football fan. I think there's a team who I follow called Aston Villa. Don't know if you've ever heard of them. And they play in the bigger league, in what we call the Premier League. And they're doing okay.
Yeah.
And they are like rivals when Coventry ever do play Aston Villa, it really is like there's kickoffs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fighting. There's a lot. But our bitter rivals, we have a team like you've been to Birmingham, haven't you?
Yeah.
Our bitter rivals are Birmingham.
Okay.
So that's where we have a bit of a fisticuffs with like the fans can't stand each other. And it's nothing like obviously like the hockey here where we can literally stand, like when we're playing the Panthers, we can just stand next to the Panthers fans, have a little bit of a giggle with them, have a bit of banter. Because I've got quite a lot of friends who are Nottingham Panthers fans and we have a little bit of banter. And it's nothing like the football where you wouldn't be able to go and stand next to a football fan wearing their shirt, wearing their colours, and then them expecting to be cool about it. But if you ever go to Birmingham, you go and watch a big no disrespect to Coventry City. Don't want to get any hate from Coventry fans. I haven't got a problem with them, but watching a Premier League game, like I know some of the guys at Cov, I think they've been to like Wembley before and they've watched England play. They've watched some really big football games. Is it something you ever fancied going to watch an actual massive game?
Yeah, would love to for sure.
Well, one day we'll go.
Let's do it.
I'll take you to a Villa game and we'll put on the colours. I'm sure the Coventry City football fans will be happy about that. But no, other than hockey, I know we spoke about football. Is there any other interest you have apart from hockey? I know we talked about football, but
I do play a lot of golf in the summer. Yeah, that's my thing.
It's like your thing, is it?
Yeah. I've managed to get out here a few times, which has been really, really nice.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Where have you played around here?
Stoneleigh.
I don't think I've been there.
Have
you ever heard of the Belfry?
I haven't.
That's awesome. That's where they have like the massive games. Like sometimes I think they have like the PGA tours.
Oh, okay.
So they have some real big players who are gonna. For myself, I tried and play golf, but I can't. I'm useless. I am awful at golf. Thing I do, I play ball hockey. So it's like,
gotcha.
Have you played ball hockey yourself?
I've never played it myself, but I know about it.
Again, you have to come and join us for that without you getting injured, though. Yeah. But no, we play for a team. So where I live in a place called Tamworth.
Okay.
And it's just about 45 minutes away from here. And we've got our own little team. There's a league we're in, and it does get a little bit brutal. But we've got like a mixture of fans in our team.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few Coventry fans. We've got a few Panthers fans. We've got Steelers. We've got one Steelers player. I think one Steelers fan in there, and he gets quite a lot of stick. But it's just great, and I love to get involved and play ball. So you have to come down and show us some stuff, definitely. For sure. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna get on to, if you don't mind, I'm gonna get you some questions.
Absolutely.
These are from the fans. If I can unlock this phone. But yeah, I've got a few fan questions I want to go through. So, who would be your favourite player to play against, previous or current?
Ooh. As pro hockey or anytime?
Anytime.
I played against and with Cale McCarr when I was 13, 14, 15, that age range. So it was always awesome playing with him, and even playing against him was just incredible to see how he would play hockey and see the ice. So he's a Calgary native, and that's about 2 hours from me. So we would always be playing each other in minor hockey. And then, before he went to play junior hockey, we were on the same team for like a Challenge Cup kind of thing. But yeah, he was, I would say, one of the best hockey players I've ever played with. Or
I guess you learned quite a lot from that.
Well, I'd like to think I did.
You like to think you did. Anyway, this is the most weirdest one I got. I wanted to get this one out of the way with. What's the moustache routine?
Oh my God.
We have this little chat about the moustache routine sometimes. Because I don't know if you follow on the social media platforms, there was a few with your image next to, is it Goose from Top Gun?
Oh yeah.
And everyone was saying Goose quite a lot. Have you got a moustache routine?
I don't have a mustache routine. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could. I wish I could help you out, but
I don't either.
Yeah,
everyone was routine. I started doing it, and everyone was like taking the mick out of me for it. To be fair, I turned up to ball hockey, And everyone was like, why are you doing a Grayson?
Oh, come
and everyone was like,
on.
you're doing the Grayson? And then I was like, yeah, man, I'm doing the Grayson. So now they all give me a bit of banter for it. So if you wasn't a hockey player, what job would you do if you wasn't playing hockey?
Job. I would have to say, sports-wise, I would love to be a professional golfer. That'd be awesome for me. But away from athletics, I would say, I guess it's still kind of athletics, but I want to get into sports psychology once I finish up.
Oh, brilliant.
So that's kind of my end goal is start with becoming a therapist and then go from there to being a sports psychologist.
Yeah.
Would love to do that, help
That's
athletes
really
and stuff like that.
So I'm imagining you're pretty damn good at golf. If you keep,
Oh,
because you go on about golf. Like,
yeah. No, I just spend lots of time at home. I mean, this past summer I would work back home from my city. Actually, I was painting crosswalks.
Yeah.
Which is a good gig, but we'd work in the morning and then we'd be done by 2:00.
Oh wow.
So we basically just go to the course, train, go to the course, that kind of thing. So
living the dream.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah.
That's crosswalks. So you like painting them?
Painting them, yeah.
Oh wow. I think I've seen some stuff like that before on like social media.
Yeah.
You see them doing it.
It's an interesting
and I
gig,
watch it and I'm like, I'm pretty engaged by this. Don't know why. It's like very therapeutic to watch.
It is, yeah.
But I bet it's pretty cool to do as
therapeutic, if in a sense, right?
So top 3 dinner party guests, dead or alive?
Dead
Man, these are some pretty damn good questions I got.
Top 3. Oh, I think obviously Wayne Gretzky would be one. I'm very biased because I'm a hockey player, but to pick his brain would be, I would have to go with him for sure.
Yeah, that's your one.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. I can't get away from hockey players right now.
No, that's cool. You go
I'm thinking in my head, Sidney Crosby too would be another one where you have to, right? Canadian kids, you got to understand how they do it.
So you got one more. Tough one.
Yeah. You know what? I would put it this way. I would bring both of them, and then I would bring my dad as my third guest, just so he could be involved.
That's a good answer. That's really good. So I'm going to ask my personal NHL teams. Who is it you follow? You follow any NHL team?
Yeah, the Oilers.
The Oilers.
The Oilers. I know. The thing is, I'm still close to Calgary, so people give me grief for that, where I should be cheering for Calgary, but
I'm not a fan of them at the moment.
Not my team. So yeah, further up north, I go with the Oilers.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset by that one.
What are you?
I'm a New York Rangers fan.
Really?
And they absolutely destroyed them the other night. And I was dreading that because the Rangers at the moment, they're being really weird. Yeah. They're being great, but then they're being really bad. And a lot of fans are getting on the coach's back now, saying there needs to be changes. But it's hard sometimes being from the UK. I don't like to judge because I know there's some real die-hard fans over there who would totally disagree with probably what I say, because I don't go week in, week out. I have to watch it from the TV screen, and I have to judge it just by watching that, and I don't get involved in like comments because they'll probably just say, well, what do you know? You don't come here and watch us every week, where I get up early in the morning just to watch the Rangers play. I love the Rangers. But saying that, my mates would get on my back for saying that, because I also have a real soft spot for the Anaheim Ducks.
Really?
And I think that's only down to, remember the film The Mighty Ducks?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And when I was younger, that film, that got me into hockey.
Okay, that's so cool.
That's what really got me into hockey. I was really young and watching the Mighty Ducks, and I thought, I really want to play ice hockey. I don't know how to ice skate, so this is going to be really hard. And I got lessons. I got like ice skating lessons, and then my school, they said we were allowed to do like foreign exchanges, and I didn't tell my family. I just randomly applied to have some dude come and live in our house who was from Connecticut.
Really? No kidding.
And he just turned up. He just turned up at my house. So I was at the school waiting for me. Didn't tell my family at all.
Jeez.
I should have done, really. I signed the permission form myself, just so this dude can come and live with us, so I can learn more. And I was like, when he turned up, I was like, do you like hockey? And he was like, yeah, I play. And I was like, awesome. We're going to get on really well. And we're like best mates. And then he came back to my house, and my family were like, who's this? I said, this is Stephen. And then he was like, where's Stephen from? I was like, from Connecticut. And they're like, oh, has he just come to your school? Like, has he moved over to the UK? I was like, nah, he's coming to live here for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And my family were like, oh, okay. Hi.
What a surprise.
Where are you sleeping?
Yeah.
I was like, it's all right. I'll sleep on the floor. You can sleep on my bed. We're cool. And we went here actually at the Skydome, and he started teaching me some stuff about ice hockey. But then we watched the Mighty Ducks together, and he was like, "This is not real." And I was like, "Of course it's not. It's just cool to watch." And I think now he lives in New York now.
Okay.
And then I think he goes and watches the Rangers quite a
Nice.
lot. But no, we still keep in touch.
Oh yeah, that's.
And we've been friends since I was about, I think it was what, 12 or was when we met, and we still talk now. And I'm now 37. I always forget how old I am. But yeah, it was just a great experience. And
That's
where
awesome.
I got
Yeah,
my hockey love from. Yeah. And then I've been here ever since watching Cov play, and it's been great. Anyway, question. Sorry, I went off a little bit of a tangent then. So I'm gonna pick some random ones. I know about that one because I've already heard that one before. So, what's the most memorable game you've ever played in?
A memorable game. I would have to say That's tough, actually.
This could even be since you've even come over to the Blaze.
Actually, I'm going to go with. So last year I was playing in Long Island, close to New York, actually for the Long Island team, the college team, the Sharks. And I ended up getting to play Holy Cross, which was my alma mater for my first 4 years.
Yeah.
I think it was our second game of the season, actually. So we got to go there, and I played back in my old rink against all my old friends, and it was just like, it was one of those experiences that you won't ever forget. Oh, wow. I mean, that the team did so much for me in the 4 years that I was there. So I was really forever grateful for everything. But I got to go back, ended up scoring 2 goals that night against them, which was an awesome feeling. But I think that's one that I'll just, cherish and remember forever, was playing against all my friends that I played with for 4 years, and then, getting that extra chip on my shoulder, just scoring a couple of goals.
And for the Blaze, have you got a game? I know it's early. I know we said early still. Have you got a game so far you've played and gone, man, that was cool. I enjoyed that.
Honestly, even last night, getting to see, guys put in spots that maybe haven't had the opportunity to, show their skills, really blossom last night. Yeah. And obviously it was a great game to play in, but just getting to see guys, really put themselves out there and show what they're capable of was like very gratifying, very gratifying as a player and a teammate. So I would actually have to go with last night.
Oh, brilliant. So let's have a look what we got here. I think I know the answer to this because I think I read it. What's your pre-game routine?
Ooh. Pre-game routine.
Has anyone asked you that before?
I get that question sometimes.
I've read something before about that.
I'd say, for instance, like a home game on a Sunday at 5:30. Wake up. Chase and I, my roommate Grisak, will normally go for breakfast. We love our spoons, so we go to spoons all the time. And I think.
Do you have a full English, or do you go sensible?
I go sensible. I do breakfast wraps, but I'm known to switch it up. A lot of the guys do full Englishes, but
I don't blame them.
Yeah, do that in the morning. I'm a big nap guy, so I'll take a nap after breakfast, and then basically get up, listen to some music, do my mustache routine, and then we'll head on to the game, and we'll get there at 3:00-ish. Yeah. So honestly, my game days are pretty standard, nothing too crazy, but I do the odd, like, I got to put my left skate on first and my right skate, like kind of little things like that. Yeah, I read that. Yeah. But other than that, my superstitions aren't anything absurd or too crazy, I'd like to say, but no.
That's not bad. But the spoons thing, I'm pretty, pretty jealous that you get to have the spoons. Is that every Sunday, the spoons?
Maybe
I should start doing that.
Yeah, it depends. Like this past Sunday, obviously not, because we got back so late, so most of us just slept in.
What time did you get back in the end?
6:15. By the time we unloaded the bus and got home, it was probably closer to 7.
If it was, I would like to know, I was speaking to a few fans about this. I don't know what your views are on it, but like, I wish it'd be nice if you guys could have, like, when you play these games, like when you go Belfast, you go Dundee, you go Glasgow, it's a worry sometimes when you have to travel, come back to the home games, and then we're like, you guys might be really tired, so it's so unfair to expect so much out of you guys. But then I was wishing the league sometimes, well, even though we love it as fans, we get back-to-back games, we get Saturday, we get Sunday, but sometimes I just wish, give them a day off.
Yeah.
Let them have that day off to recover, to sleep, to eat, to do what they need to do, and then maybe get a week game. We get an evening week game, and then we might play on a Saturday again. How does that feel for you guys? Do you wish sometimes going, like, even though you love playing, but do you sometimes wish going, you know what, I've just travelled, I'm tired, and then we've got to make sure we keep everybody happy tomorrow night. We've done really well last night, and we've got to come and do this. Do you sometimes feel like, I need a rest, man, just give me a break?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, sometimes you feel that way, but I think if you ask any of the guys, like, I know it's cliche to say, but I just love playing hockey. So it really doesn't matter to us. Stick us on a bus, put us on a plane, whatever you want to do. Just, it's in our blood. So we've got no issue doing it.
Awesome. So, other question. What number one food do you miss from home, what you don't get here?
That I miss from home. I would have to say it's a home-cooked meal. My mom makes an incredible spaghetti, and I will never be able to recreate it. However hard I try, she is. Yeah, it's one of those comfort meals where you're like, when I go home anyways from school or from like playing hockey, it's the first thing I ask for. I'm like, Mom, please just some homemade spaghetti. I will.
Is that the first thing you do when you get back?
Oh yeah.
Get it on, Mom.
Yeah, big time. No, she knows how to do it. It's awesome. It's good.
That's awesome. I like that. So, this was a really good question. This was actually my favourite question I got last night to ask you is, if a movie star could play you, who would play you? I think that is a pretty good question.
That is good. A movie star could play me.
That is a really tough question.
I think the guys would give me grief if I didn't say Miles Teller just because we look alike. Ever since the start of the year, Morty is just on me all the time. Top Gun. I'm like,
it's got to be Top Gun. I'm so glad you said that.
That's a good question.
That really is. Yeah. I thought some of these questions have been brilliant. So I think I already asked you, like, what's your highlight been since? Well, have I asked you that? What your highlight's been since you've moved over to here?
Highlight, yeah, I would say. Actually, you know what was cool this year, that even asking a lot of the guys like Clem and Alderson that have been around for a while and been playing lots, that you don't get the opportunity like we had in Belfast. Yeah. Played in Belfast, got the win, which was awesome. Was supposed to play Cardiff the next day at home, but the storm came through. Yeah. So obviously tough not being able to come home and play them, but cool that we got to experience Belfast as a team for a day kind of thing. Like, you don't get that very often. Yeah. So just being able to bond over, an unfortunate situation, we turned it into something positive where we're like, okay, let's have a day of just being with the guys and, exploring Belfast, that kind of thing. So awesome. It turned out to be awesome. And that was like an experience that I am very grateful for having. Yeah. First of all, that I didn't have to get on a plane in a storm, but that I got to, at least you got
to experience that. Because I was thinking, what are you guys just going to chill out there all day? And it was awful because that day I was rushing so much to get to the game. I didn't even know it was cancelled.
Oh, really?
Until I think it was like a couple of hours before, where I was working and I was panicking, thinking I've got to make sure I get everything ready. I have my own little routine. I always hang my jersey up, which one I'm going to wear today.
Oh, really?
Ready. That's my little routine. I'm going to pick that one today. I've got so many to pick from. And I was getting everything prepared. And then I got the message come up from the guy saying, game's not on. And I was like, why? And I was a bit confused by it. And it was like, storm, mate. And I was like, oh, yeah, it has been pretty rubbish. And I said, I don't blame them. Keep them safe over that way. And I was thinking, I bet you'll just get to chill out in Belfast.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice.
Was it still bad weather, though, when you were when you were over there?
Yeah, it wasn't great. But, like, we went out for a dinner. We still did some walking around, saw some places. So it was good. Awesome. It was good to have that.
Did you have a few drinks? Did you get to have a drink? Yeah, of course you did. Fair play. So, I'm just looking at the other questions for you. So, I think that's most of the questions they've asked me. All the good ones, anyway. But I think I'll leave it there. But no, I appreciate you taking the time.
Of course, absolutely.
Speak to me and come on to because you're my first guest for the Blaze, because we've called this the Blaze Cast. So it'll be the first one. Hopefully, many more to come. I did speak to Kev yesterday. He's like, if I get time, I was like, okay,
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
get on him about that.
He'd
be a good guest for sure.
And I've spoke to Dave Clements last night and Lucci and stuff. So fingers crossed, I can get a few more of you guys on here and having a bit of a chat, get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah, of course.
But I just want to say thank you so much for coming to Samoan Joe's and supporting the podcast. And I look forward to enjoying the rest of the season watching you, because I know I'm a season ticket holder. I love watching you play. And also, I'm doing the puck drop with you.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm doing
awesome.
the puck drop on the, when is it? New Year's Day.
No kidding. That's great.
I chose yourself as well. So
let's do it. That's awesome.
So it's against Panthers as well.
Oh, nice.
So even better.
That's great.
I had to choose that one. I thought nice one. And I've just ordered your jersey, your name and number on the back of it. So hopefully you can sign that for me.
Easy. Yeah,
so hopefully that comes in time so I can wear that on that day. But no.
Sweet.
Thank you
cheers.
so much.
Thank you very much. That was a blast.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Cheers.